The state has launched investigations into the possible loss of more than $400 million paid out for a medical scheme for civil servants, police and prison officers. This is after the National Hospital Insurance Fund paid two bidders against an order by the Public Procurement Administrative Review Board. Britam Life Assurance Company, K. Limited and Pioneer Assurance Company Limited were awarded the tender, despite quoting high prices. Britam quoted $836,946,330 while Pioneer put its price at $852,284,830. The board had ruled that the award was irregular and ordered that NHIF contracts UAP Life Assurance Limited at its tender sum of $797,623,500. The tender was for the provision of the group life cover and last expense for civil servants, National Police Service and Kenya Prison Service for the 2017 to 2018. Yesterday, the Star established that investigators have also been launched into the circumstances under which the tender was awarded to the two firms which had bid separately. $418.4 million had been paid as an advance before the award was cancelled. Sources within the Office of the President also revealed the presidency is concerned that this would undermine the universal health care pillar under the Big Four agenda. President Uhuru Kenyatta has listed universal health care as a key enabler of his Big Four legacy plan, which includes a cover for the over 400,000 civil servants. CIC Life Assurance, which had also bid for the tender, has also gone to court to challenge the decision by the review board to cancel the award. Also read, NHIF says Meridian Medical breached contract. In a ruling last month, the board cited irregularities in the procurement process and ordered NHIF to award the contract to the lowest bidder. Yesterday, the Star learned the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, as well as the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, are now investigating the matter. According to documents seen by the Star, the PPRA has already written to the fund demanding an explanation on the procurement process while raising 6 violations by NHIF. In the letter by Director General John Juma, the authority has asked NHIF CEO Jeffrey Mwangi to provide responses to a complaint by the Consortium of Medical and Health Professionals. Further, you are hereby informed that on the basis of the allegations and contents of the complaint letters cited above, the authority invokes the provisions of Sections 35 and 36 of the Act on Investigations, Juma says in the letter. PPRA is concerned that the taxpayer is likely to lose the millions of shillings set aside for the scheme and the contract awarded to two firms that bid higher than the lowest bidder. In his letter, Juma says the payment was done despite orders by PARB on January 18 asking Mwangi not to enter into any contract until the appeal had been finalized. The accounting officer ignored and went ahead and made a payment to MS Britam of $418,473,165.00 on 22 January 2018, hence going against the provisions of Section 168 of the Public Procurement Act, the letter says. PPRA is also investigating whether there was collusion between NHIF and the two bidders that led to a rushed signing of the contract. By rushing to sign the contract with the awarded bidders before all other bidders received their letters of notifications, this signified the collusion in the subject tender between NHIF and the awarded bidders, Britam Life Company Limited and Pioneer Life Company Limited, Juma says in his letter. Another issue being investigated is how Britam and Pioneer were awarded the tender as a single entity, at 52% and 48% respectively, despite having bid separately. According to Juma, there is no justification on why Pioneer, which bid $852 million, should have been awarded at the price quoted by Britam of $836 million. In addition, the tender document did not provide that the tender would be awarded on the basis of 52% and 48% to two different bidders. This basis of awarding the tender on 52% and 48% of the lender sum of MS Britam was a creation of the Evaluation Committee as indicated in the signed evaluation report dated 10 November 2017, Juma says. The authority also says the NHIF did not safeguard the interests of the taxpayer by failing to get value for money when it awarded the tender. Calculating the price difference between the sum at which the successful bidders were awarded the tender and that offered by the lowest evaluated bidder, the difference in figures is approximately $40 million, the authority says. Under the provisions of Articles 201 and 227 of the Constitution and Section 3 of the Public Procurement Act, every public entity is under the duty to ensure that Kenyan taxpayers get value for money. To allow a tender to be awarded to bidders whose price is higher by a sum of $40 million is a breach of the Constitution and the Act and would certainly not be in the public interest, Juma says in his letter.